Like the likes of body modification schools, there are people who offer 8-day piercing courses where there's groups of 80 and they're shown everything within the space of 8 days. So do you think there's like a level you should be at before you should offer training courses for these procedures?
Yes, and also like how stupid name is the fucking master piercer or master body modification artist. Is it from some BDSM game or whatever they play, you know? In the BDSM scene there's the masters and there's the slaves, but you know, not in the fucking body modification scene. So it's like, you know, you and also I don't wanna say any bad things about anyone, but like I don't really think this kind of piercing course things really work. Like basically, unfortunately, you know, like, you know, if you want to have a piercing or body modification training, how you can be sure that this person who gonna start teaching you that he's qualified enough? Is it about the portfolio or what it is, or it's just like, you know, that someone just decided I'm gonna start teaching people now for money? And like, I still believe in more like this kind of things, like a proper apprenticeship, because it's not only about, like, you know, how to do the work. Like I've had a couple of apprentices, and I teach, first thing what I teach them is a fucking be humble and take the fucking rockstar attitude away from them, and then they are ready to start learning something. And also, like, I think apprenticeship should take at least a year or 2 years for piercing, and they need at least 3-4 years experience of body piercing before they can even start thinking about the extreme body modification. I do like personal training and I do seminars, but they are a bit different thing. Like, you know, if I teach someone, if I have some like a just if it's not my own apprentice, obviously I charge money, but I do like not that 8 days course and then you are ready. So I take at least like year or 2 years time, and I teach the person like during the whole this period, like step by step, and make sure that this person don't take too long steps in the one go. So that's why I don't believe this kind of few days piercing training courses or body modification courses. It's bullshit. No one shouldn't do this kind of things because they're just wasting their money. And it should be like a long-term like a relationship between the person who teach and who learn, and it should be at least year, 2 years before they are ready to do something. So of course, ideal would be that they have like a proper real schools, which is like a in between like a medical school and like an apprenticeship at the studio. Like, you know, that there's a not private schools, because the private schools are always, I don't know, you know, it's just like, you know, making money, and also who like, you know, maybe those people qualification is not good enough to even teach, because like that's the biggest problem if you have a like this kind of courses where people who don't have a, you know, if they don't even know what to do and they start teaching people, it's kind of like a blind leading blind, and, you know, like they're just teaching their own mistakes basically. So that's why it should be something where, so like some sort of like, you know, those people who start teaching, that they have to pass some tests as well.
You know Steve Howard and Lucas Apira, do you feel there's anybody else, any other names that are quite worthy of mention, or anybody in future that you feel we should watch out for?
Well, nowadays there's so many good artists, and also like it's really shame that like always when people talking about those famous body modification artists, there's always me, Lucas and Steve Hayward, and people keep forgetting, example, Brian Decker. He's been in the business as long as we've been in the business. He just didn't, you know, he just been keeping a little bit lower profile than what we've done. But I think like he's one of the best body modification artists in the world anyway, even that his name is not like, he doesn't that much name. And there's so many other artists, like so many good like scarification artists at the moment, like Jesse and Ryan and so many other artists. It's like I said, we got the name really easily because there wasn't that much competition. We were the only people who were posting pictures on the BME. But now there's so many good artists, even better than we ever, but nowadays it's impossible to be famous in the body modification scene because, you know, even I can't even, like, I notice people's work, but I don't know who did it, you know. And there's some new jewelry coming up, and also I just released finally my jewelry collection, so it's on sale now. And with cyborgs, there will be quite cool things happening soon. I don't want to talk about those things yet because it's still kind of yeah, it's not for sure that it happened, but yeah.
When you're in public, do you ever find sometimes members of the public assume because you have visible modifications that that's a license for them to kind of poke you?
Yeah, that happened quite often, and it's really funny. Like, cause it doesn't matter what kind of people they are. Like, it doesn't matter like if are they chavs or are they fucking boss people or whatever. Like, they all acting the same way. And sometimes if I say that no, you can't touch me, then they're getting really upset. And but I quite like. I try to avoid the public places as much as I can, and like avoid these kind of conversations with people. But yeah, I've had like one sample. Some girl was touching my. Can I touch? And they start touching my implants and stuff. And then I noticed that she had fake boobs. And I started touching her boobs and said that, can I touch as well? No, don't touch my boobs. I said, look, those are fake. You know, this is like a modification. Like if you like to touch me, I can touch your fucking fake body parts. And it's like, then probably she understood that actually, yeah, it's quite rude to start touching someone. Hi, I'm Samppa, cyborg. Are you watching Body Mod TV?